What up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker, the Pusha, the Grower, the Motivator. Appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us, and always being a part of what we're doing. Listen, today we're talking about where is our focus, and what are we focused on, and what in terms of everything that's happening around us, everything that is affecting different sectors of our life. What is our main focus? What is the thing that is keeping our attention locked in? Um, and what I mean by that are mainly the issues that's happening around us, right? Because at one point during the course of trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about today, I was thinking about gun violence, guns and the impact, and how I'm a little sick of these mass shootings, these senseless killings, and then all the excuses that always come with it. And everybody, or most people want to hang their hat on, the right to bear arms. Um, and how, oh, listen, I got it. And the right to bear arms. So I know some people are thinking about that, some people aren't, because everything is proximity to your life. Every issue that affects you is proximity to your life. Blessings. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Mama Corey. Great morning to you. Everything is about proximity to your life. What is affecting your circle, as we say, your village, and things of that nature. Those are increasingly important. Hey, good morning, Deborah. So today I want to delve into what is your focus? What is the issues that are on that are on your mind? Because it's important, right? Because like I said, we have so much that we think about, so much that is kind of like inundating our lives, and it's news everywhere, it's social media. I think we're really overexposed to a lot of things. Um, so today we're talking about what is your focus? What is the issue that is in the forefront of what you want to change, tackle, or just straight up bothering you? Um, and feel free to put it up. We're gonna kind of slightly freestyle is some things I do want to tackle. Um, let's see. And I'm uh just typing this out real fast. All right. Let's go. All right. So we got my man KC. you know, black folk make nicknames. KC in the building. All right. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with us, hanging with us, and all that you do. Listen, make sure you share, make sure you tag, let everybody know that the brothers are on. And I say that a lot, every single broadcast. But I'm serious because I do want to get honestly some more brothers to chime in and have these conversations that help lead to solutions and change in our society, because there's, like I said, there's so much going on and things interconnect. Things are interconnecting. Um, the fueling of mass shootings come from an anger somewhere. People may want to lean on the mental health of it, but the mass shootings come from a particular place. You know, people are angry. The Buffalo shooting was a race driven shooting. He went up there with a particular reason that was clear, because he didn't shoot certain folks. He actually pushed some people out of the way to shoot other people. And these things are fueled in one space. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to, and when I first wanted to come on this morning, I was doing some research with the news and the gun violence and I'm probably gonna be alone in this. I don't care, but I don't know. I feel some kind of way about gun collectors. About gun collectors. Now I get if you're carrying a classic, passed down from your granddaddy, like those, just collecting guns. I feel some kind of way about it. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like just the same as someone had a knife collection. You can go up and stab up, but you only got two hands. how much stabbing you really gonna do? All right, so I got my man Kadeem hanging in the wings. We're gonna see how the show goes down. I appreciate you guys. So listen, I need you to marinate on that question. Like, what is your focus? What is the one issue? Everybody watching, everybody listening. If you're listening on the replay, I need you to hit me up in the comments. My man, let me see. Shout out to Richard Fay, because he may not come through live, but when the show's over and he feels like he missed it, he goes through the whole show and he'll comment live like we're still there. And I love it. I'm just shouting him out. I appreciate him. And so if you're watching this on replay and you hear the question, just put your answer. Like, you don't have to, comment throughout the whole show. But what is your focus? What is the thing that's annoying you the most in our society that you just either keep seeing coming up, whatever it may be? I want to know. All right, Keita, good morning. So we'll go ahead and drop this. It's my intro, just kind of to split it on the podcast. And listen, make sure you check out the podcast, subscribe. My podcast listenership dropped a little bit because what happened, everybody was getting notifications from Facebook about the podcast because it was a connection. Facebook allowed you to put your podcast in, but I guess it didn't pick up in momentum and they got rid of it. And that sucks. That sucks. But I can't, listen, I know people hate when Facebook and these platforms do stuff, but there's one thing we can't argue with, because it's free. So once they stop stuff, it's like, dang it. I lost my space. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. Passes in the wings. Let's go ahead and kick this off. And like I said, think about what I said. What is the issues or societal problems that's at the forefront of what you think? I have another one too. I'm gonna mention it right after the quick intro. Get my folks in here. But what's at the forefront that's just annoying you? That's just bothering you? That you want to change? That you want to change, and that you can see, and even deeper, a viable change. All right. So when my people hanging in the wings, I need them to think about that too, because I'm going to you guys once we come through. All right, let's go. So again, it's just no, I didn't. Just as a quick shout out, listen, we weren't on yesterday. We had our anniversary, so of course, shout out to Sam for our 24th third anniversary. You're like, what? You need to watch Perfect for Forever to get the story. But we've been all together 24 years. Amazing ride. Real talk. This has been the last 4 years has been the best. Like, I've never thought marriage could be this amazing. All right. So let's go on. We're going to get started before I get all emotional. All right. Let's kick this off. Right. What we're going to do. Let's just do this one, the quick one. So everybody be ready. Y'all ain't gonna have time, so be ready. Where's it at? I got lost. There you go.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Man, all right.
What's going on there, brothers?
How you doing, fellas?
Oh, man.
Good. Let's see.
Kadeem, happy anniversary to AD and Samantha Walker.
Yes.
25 years. Listen, 24 years, whatever it is, if it's 20 plus,
right.
you're doing something. Look,
I
nowadays, if it's
video
2
of
years,
myself
you're doing
dancing.
something.
What'd you say,
We
Keem?
thank God for all the years that you all have been together.
Yes.
See, we
Amen.
like to preface it with, well, we've had some. Anybody that's been married, know y'all have had some challenges.
Right. Right.
There's no such thing as a marriage that has not been met with challenges.
That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
we applaud you. I salute you, brother, you and your bride,
Appreciate it.
for holding it down
Thank
for
you.
all these years, man. Well done, man. Keep going.
Yeah. Congratulations to both of y'all, man.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you.
Even though somebody
like
had to
I
make
said-
you say it.
Really? You had to throw that in there? You just had to throw that in there, right? You just had to. You just can't.
You
You
know
just
me.
can't ride. Just can't ride it out.
Okay.
Thank you, Rollins. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. So like I said, today I want to talk about like where's our focus, right? And what I mean by that, like what are some of the issues that you see that we're facing in our communities that has got you like we need to do something about it. We need to fix that. You can at least see a fix, or even if you don't see a fix, let's throw it away. Because sometimes like, but something, you've been seeing something like something just needs to change. You're like, I don't know what, but this, I don't know how we're gonna get there. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but something needs to change. So, while you guys are probably still formulating, or may already have your idea, my last one, like the gun thing and homelessness, right? I see it, being in Georgia, being close to Atlanta, and in my area, like the folks asking off the highway seems to have increased, like either the increase in homelessness or just increase in marketability, like this is the place where you can get the most, money or attention, however you could get what you need, like I seen one dude, oh my God, it's like, if you know Georgia and probably most of the country, because we all kind of rocking the same degrees other than those in the outer parts, probably California, close to the water, maybe they're better. But here it's been like 100 plus. It's just, or feels like even when it was like 90, just I'm looking at my thing that says 85, like now it's still 100 plus. It's hot. He said, hello, Kaneem. But 100 plus, So I've seen, when you see those out there, I just preference by saying homeless because they actually have a spot they're going to. They may be living with somebody, but you see them out and you're just like, it's 100 plus, I can't, sometimes in your mind, and I know we've kind of talked about this a little bit, and I'm going on a tangent, and I'm doing on my own tangent first. So, you see, and we've talked about like sometimes like, are they really homeless? Do they really have money? Are they trying to fake me out? So, but I'm like, man, it's hot. Like you that's dedication. Like, even if you faking me out, like, yo, you dedicated. Like, these are the moments I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go and give you something because you out here and it is fire. like one dude, I don't know if he was falling asleep or passing out. Like real talk, I saw him. He was like, he sat down and he was rocking. I was like, I think he's going to sleep. I think he's tired. But it's so hot, like it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep on this pavement here. Like all that. But anyway, sorry, tangent. Let's come back together. Where's your focus? What you guys? And I'm gonna shoot Kaneem first because he jumped on first. Where's your what societal issues have you seen that's at the top of your man? This is just enough is enough. This is bothering me. I hate seeing.
Oh man, I mean, right off the top of the head, I guess it would be the mass shootings, because they so immediate and
right.
A few of them, and I'm still on the cops killing black folks.
Oh.
They had another one in Ohio, man. I think they shot that dude 60 times.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's stuff like that still on in front of my mind. But these mass shootings is crazy. when you think about you just out there anywhere. I mean, it's always unexpected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
to kill so many folks at one time,
Right.
and the fact that the guy that killed all these folks was unharmed, unbruised, I mean, he just walking there with, no Band-Aid, no. He's just like, ain't he supposed to take a beating?
Right.
Is he not supposed to take a beating? Like you see somebody black just for talking back, they want eyes shut, Band-Aid, blood on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude can kill all these people on a national holiday, and they rubbing him on his back and asking him is he okay? And
right.
I just don't understand that.
Because I'm gonna keep it real. When I first heard it was in like Chicago, I was like, oh Lord, they done one of their fights broke out into the, during the parade or something, like I was like, oh, because and then to find out it was just a mass shooting, I was like, wow. And he's like on the rooftop plucking people off kind of thing.
Yeah, sniper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, and my wife, she told me about it, but I've been so busy the last few days, I ain't really, been watching the news. I tell her about the news. She telling me.
Right.
And I saw some of it yesterday on CNN, and I was just amazed. Like, I mean, like all this happening, and he's okay.
Yeah.
I just was. I mean, not saying I'm wishing him, ill, but I haven't seen a whole lot of this.
A little ill.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying,
like something. I don't know. Like that would be in my mind.
Some shit. I'm just thinking, something. I mean, but
what they
not to have a bloody lip, or like. Did they even wrestle you to the ground, or what?
That's me thinking, right? Like, I don't know. Unless he's already on the ground, he already knew it was coming. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I got you though.
That's what my head at.
I got you. I got you, Pastor. What is on your mind, or what issues have been kind of in your circle, or that you've seen that you just like, man, we need to do something about this.
We need to do something about this. Like,
yeah, something we need. Yes, something we need to. We can try to fix or address or change. That is a societal issue or societal woe.
I don't think there's anything that we're not really focused on. I think it's just the amount of attention we give certain things,
100%.
For me, when
that's
I
kind
look
of
at
bringing it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I'm really, really desperately trying to do is communicate, encourage, impact those that are looking to me for it. I'm trying to take care of my village, because the greatest impact that I can have are the people that I can reach.
Right.
So I reckon, I'm like, an example is what Kaneem was talking about, man. That, you look at these cop killings and stuff, and if you just do a search on Google with the number of people that have been killed by law enforcement, and then you break that out by race, right? I'm gonna just share a couple of numbers with you. Watch this. Number of people shot to death by the police in the United States from 2017 to 2022 by race. 2017, 458 white people shot to death by police. 2018, 459 white people. 2019, 424 white people. 2020, 459. So they average about 450 people, 430 white people being killed by cops. Now that number so far in 2022 is 59. That's white people being killed by cops. Okay. Now, this comes from Statista. It's a Statista.com, so it's a national statistics research company. Mm-hmm. So when you go over to black people, 2017, remember 2017 for white people, 458.
Right.
For black people, it was 222.
Right.
2018 was 459 for white, but 228 for black. 2020 is 459 for white, 243 for black. 2021, 302 for white, and 177 for black.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's almost twice the number of white people getting killed by cops than it is black people getting killed by cops. And the numbers drop even further when you get to Hispanic.
Right. But we're 12% of this country.
Yes, you're right.
Which makes the number bigger. Just for clarity. This was like
for
clarity.
You know, we have a smaller.
You're getting half. Right. So those are big numbers. You know, those are still bigger numbers if you think percentage wise, you know.
Yeah. So is our argument
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. How many of those, well, you probably can't answer that because it might not be in your statistics in front of you. But how many of those white people were unarmed? And how many of those black people were unarmed?
Right.
There might not be a statistic that you got in front of you though.
Right. And the point that I'm trying to make is after all these years, I just don't know how much change there's going to be in law enforcement when it comes to us on the streets.
Oh, I agree with that.
So I'm going to focus on educating and impacting the folks that I know before they go out there on them streets. That's what I'm saying, because historically you can see these folks don't want to change. So what can you really do? Continue arguing with them about how many of us they're killing, or change the mindset of us so we understand how to combat these things and how to, you understand what I'm saying? To get home. How do we get home? That's what I'm saying.
Come on, Kaneem. Let's go. Let's have this conversation.
Well, I mean, what he said was right on point.
Right.
There's no doubt what Brian just said was very accurate on changing our mindset.
Right.
But our mindset been changing consistently for the last 40, 50 years. They still been killing us. Even though our mindset changed, we still get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it with peace. We get knocked off. Let's do it with violence. We get knocked off. Let's go to vote. We get knocked off. Let's go. I mean, everything we trying to do, we still get knocked off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to, I mean, everything you said was right on point, though. I just was saying that changing the protecting the village and educating the village and trying to make sure that everybody is knowledgeable about how to handle themselves in front of law enforcement is true. I agree 100%. But even when you handle yourself in the best ways, though, we still get knocked off.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this. And it's, I don't know. I guess it seems like some situations are, you know, Kaneem, you're out of your town. You know, when things happen, it's sometimes. No, I think most of the time it's local, right? Like Pastor, something went down, it'll because it happened
5 minutes away from your
within
house.
your town, right? It'll be in your town. Oh, okay. So my big hairy audacious thinking, you know, I'm always a forever optimist. I believe anything can change. I know, but we always say all things can through Christ, all things can happen. So yeah, I'm a forever optimist. I believe if community can get closer to the police, and in every community, even our own people, if we can somehow get closer to the police, and I know Pastor's brought up the beginning of the police department, the slave trade, they were where it started, foundational. I get it, but I believe if community can rally around the police, somehow get a better, I don't know, like a better relationship all around, I believe change can happen because I truly believe, and we've argued this before, so let's go on back into this. I believe racism is more perception than it is a ingrained habit. And what I mean by that is most people think because I was there, like I wasn't a fan of white folks, just like at all. Like, anytime because I grew up black high school, black all the way through, black college. I tell you guys, my first encounter with engaging with whites was when I first got my job. So and from jump, it's like side eye, like everybody, like I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Like I don't trust you. Yeah, I hear you, but I don't trust you. So I think if our relationships and the perception, because between Rodney King and just watching the OJ trial and like so many of the high profile things that happened, our perception was, they are not to be trusted. Like they are to be handled with kid gloves. They are just, you gotta be mindful when you're around them. I think it's a lot of perception that can be eradicated, can change our society. And let me offer this last one before y'all jump in or Pastor jump in. Hey Patricia, good morning. I know you just said the pastor, but it's fine.
Hey Auntie.
We love you, Auntie. But
are you doing okay today, Auntie? Yeah, we
Amen.
Lost my uncle.
Oh, yeah, yes.
The first sibling loss of my mother's generation. My uncle passed a couple of days ago from cancer. So lifting up my Philadelphia family and my Uncle Butch's
Amen.
family.
Amen.
Yeah, the eldest male of my
Amen.
mother's generation just passed. So that Patricia Wiggum is my auntie.
Yes, my condolences. I apologize.
I mean to shift, but I wanted to let her know that she was in my heart today.
Amen.
And my mom, obviously, but I talk to my mom
Yes.
regularly.
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead, man. Sorry.
But okay, so like I've had interactions with those that have had racist families, and they've had to being around and really seeing the truth, like I had to figure out all white people aren't bad, like all of them aren't as shady as I've been told, and I've seen, on TV and things of that nature. So it was like, let me throw something up. So white people have had that same shift. They grew up in households that had this perception that told you need to watch these black folk, you need to watch these Hispanics, and things of that nature. And so I believe it's a perception thing. Like that when it comes to that part, I truly believe it's a perception thing. And granted, yes, like kind of how Hitler came to power was he said, the Jews is taking all the jobs, they're taking all of this, taking all of that. I believe that comes into play a lot of times. People force that propaganda agenda when things get hard. Ooh, the blacks are taking all the jobs, things of that nature. But I truly believe it's a perception thing that can change our society. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Anybody want to add to that part?
No, I think what you're talking about are, how you have a cause and effect.
Yes.
So
yes,
we're talking 100%. About the effects. People like us getting killed at a higher clip.
Right.
Is the outcome. Right. It's the effect of something, of a cause that happened a long time ago, a precedent from a long time ago. You have to remember what you're dealing with, because when you look at things historically, who were they killing before they started killing us? Who was getting killed?
Indians. The Indians?
Nah, because before we came along, it was Irish against Italian, Italian against, So if it's in your nature to kill, you just need a new target outside of yourself. That's just so. What I'm saying is, what do you do with that? Because we've talked about this before. If you hate me for the color of my skin, the only thing I can do is educate you. But until you're educated, I got to be real careful around you. I have to be more 100%. Careful around you. And I got to tell my family to be careful around you. I got to tell my community to be careful around you.
Right.
Because you have not realized that when you peel the skin, there ain't no difference. Mm-hmm. So if you were killing each other before you started killing me, then the nature of you is killing. And when you go to grab that badge and you look at all that history of that badge, right, you take on the history. When I joined the motorcycle club, in my former life, right, I was part of the motorcycle club. Right. And I had a patch on my back.
Right.
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 And my motorcycle club had enemy motorcycle clubs, rival motorcycle clubs.
Right.
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 Now, I may not have ever done anything to any of them.
Right.
But I got to carry all the history of that patch on my back. So everything my motorcycle club has done historically is in that patch. And when I put that patch on, I become who they are.
I got you.
And I'm saying, like, you could be from another motorcycle club and you see my patch and you're like, ooh, that's such and such.
Right.
And in your world, man, we got to put them down as often as we can. If there's any opportunity to put them down, we're going to put them down. I could be the nicest guy on the planet, but be victimized because of the patch on my back. Right?
I got you.
Now it takes time for me to educate you and say, yeah, I know I wear this patch, but you and I have no issues with you.
Right.
But you have no issues with me. You have an issue with what I'm wearing, the patch on my back.
Right.
The problem with us is I can't change the color of my skin. I can take the patch off, but I can't take my skin off. So you're associating me with a group, and your mindset about this group is I'm a threat. Well, if I know you think that way about me, then I'm going to think the same way about you. So how do you remedy that?
I mean, I believe someone just has to come to grips with not everybody's the same. I mean, on our end.
Ooh, you said well.
Someone. We as one, it's with us. Well, no, it don't. I take that statement back. Because I'm gonna keep real. I hate, we got it. Well, we didn't do it. We didn't start this. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning.
So for me, I'm going to make sure that my village knows when you go out there, you're a target. And yeah, I can't stop what they're doing, but I can try and reduce or mitigate the impact on my village. I can't. Right. I'm not here to fix it. I'm here to reduce the risk, to mitigate risk.
Right.
And I do that by educating the people in my community because I'm not in Washington.
Right.
But I'll have a message for those that are going to Washington. Right. And that's just real, man. So I want to do what I'm able to do. And what I'm able to do is talk to the folks that I got right here.
Right.
And when I engage with law enforcement, I try to communicate. I follow the rules and pray. Right.
Right.
And hope for change. And you're right. And get engaged with law enforcement. If we do events and stuff, we try to invite, we do invite law enforcement for two reasons. One, because we want support from law enforcement. Right. And two, we want to improve relations with law enforcement and our community.
Yeah.
Those are the two goals.
Right.
Right. So that's my plan. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. I got you. All right. Kaneem, how you feeling about improving law enforcement engagement, education, or do you feel like it's ain't happening?
Yeah, I think all law enforcement relationships with the community need to be improved. A lot of the relationships It's mostly when you're in black communities. A lot of times in major cities, they try to
Yeah.
put black officers or minority officers in those communities.
Right.
But usually, and I ain't got the statistics. Brian probably could look it up quicker than
Right.
I could. But it's not really a lot of black officers that are killing black folks. It's usually somebody of another ethnic group or another
Really.
race that's killing black folks. But I'm thinking that maybe if they would swap it out, what I'm saying, intentionally sometimes, put black officers or officers of color in white areas and put white officers in black areas and force them to be, kind of inclusive with the community and see how the community really is. Maybe they'll have a change, but if the only time they run into the black community is when gunshots are fired. They all are on
Right.
10 immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as soon as they come through or see somebody black, they already on glass shoes trying to figure out who they finna shoot or whatever. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yep.
to be the first black person they see. So that's just my opinion, man. As far as the history of it and Um, I enjoy history and I try to educate myself on history.
Right.
But as far as now in
Mm-hmm.
the 21st century, um, a lot of it is just stupidity and hate for folks who was that way before they even became law enforcement
Mm-hmm.
officers. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing new. It's just now they have opportunity to be braver than they were because they got a badge to back them up. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
as far as like it's the police department in a whole that's promoting this type of
Right.
activity. I don't believe that. I don't believe the police chief or the whatever title he may be in whatever city is having meetings with his captains or his sergeants telling them like if you see black folks make sure you them the targets or be more
Oh, I
or
got
whatever.
you saying.
You know what I'm
Aggressive. Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's the random beat officers that's on the ground in a patrol car
Right.
that's
Right.
interacting. I that's just my opinion,
Right.
but yeah, it definitely relations between law enforcement and the community
Right.
should be better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Right.
I know out here in Douglas County, they always invite the community to some type of activity that the police department or the sheriff's department is throwing. They
Nice.
make sure that they put it out on social media and,
Right.
and promote everybody in Douglas County or Douglasville to come out. We doing this
Right.
for the kids. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not just that. They'll have banners like literally on major arteries in the county saying future dates that you need to come and enjoy this, enjoy that, in Douglas County
Right.
Sheriff's Department. They trying to engage with the community
Right.
out here. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's not everywhere America. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of um I guess police crimes, I would call them. I ain't gonna call them interactions on that. I haven't seen a lot of crimes by the police that
Okay.
should be noted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In Douglas
Right.
County.
Right. Right.
So,
I mean,
but
one thing I will say, it seems like it's like concentrated areas. Like if you see a lot of the injustices that happen, like it's always like it seems like the same areas always crop up with the same problems. Like even where was it Minneapolis with George Floyd? Am I correct?
mhm.
Like his area has had other incidences. Of course, because of level or even just filming it. It's not it's not discussed. Um, and so I think I don't know. Like I said, improving relations, mindsets, changing. I know some folks come in already with a mindset that they grew up in, and they're not changing. That's a possibility. And read some of these comments. It says, Jesus said, love thy neighbor. Who is our neighbor? Everyone we come in contact with. True indeed.
Yeah, that's what Jesus said, but that ain't how we interpret it. We choose our neighbors.
I think the change will have when minority offices are in higher position to have power behind their words. How many black chiefs at upper level? Anything? Mama Corey just made a statement. Black officers are not killing anyone.
I feel that.
Oh, mother. I love my mother.
The statistics are definitely low for that. I believe that for sure. Because I believe if they had a black officer to kill another black man unarmed, he would definitely be broadcasted on every TV, just so they can be like, this is it's not just white cops killing black folks. It's black cops killing black folks too. They were pretty much they would put it out there real quick.
I mean, for me, like it's always been my argument has never been race coming from the office. I've always just like the black community has always had contention with the police community. Period. Like it, KRS-One made a whole song about black cops. So it's not, to me personally, I've never looked at it as a racial thing as far as the white cops kill black cops. I just always believe it's just been the cops, just for clarity. And when we talk about Target, that I've always just felt like, because of perception, it's all about perceiving, and even our own folks sometimes are scared of their own people. So and treat them, like this neighborhood, how we roll, and like Ezel, he steal, but he don't kill. Like so I'm just, I just arrest them. You ain't gotta shoot him. You don't even carry a weapon. So he said, Mama Corey, listen, I'm gonna be like this till 80. Just so you know, we rocking together. He said, I'm still growing. I love the innocence. I'm an optimist. I believe things can change. I believe our society it's perception. It's about education. Granted, we come out. If we get biblical, we come out in a world of sin. Till we get saved. But I truly believe it's education, it's your environment, it's what you learn. Like I said, I grew up black. All I knew was black, and all I seen was white people commit crimes against us. So
let me say this. This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. I am by no means the person that got it all right. In fact, I have many buttons, many of the wrong buttons. But you said, we could take it spiritual. The reality is we have to take it spiritual. We have to make it spiritual, because if we don't, we will continue this vicious cycle. Now, this means nothing to people who don't know the word, who don't believe in God, who don't want salvation, or don't believe in salvation. This conversation means nothing to you. The message is for the believers. The message is for the people who believe in God. The message is for the people who are seeking salvation, who are trusting their salvation, their spiritual conversion. And the message is, if you think prayer doesn't change things, then stop talking about you believe in God.
Right.
Because for the believer, if you really want to affect change, you got to do work, because faith without works is dead. But what is faith without prayer?
Right. Amen.
Like, how do you not pray but say you have faith, but you don't talk to God about the conditions that we're dealing with? Right. And here's the thing. Well, man, there you go with that Bible stuff and all that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is people who say, there you go with that Bible stuff. Oh, here come the scripture. Here come this. And that mindset is the reason why we deal with a lot of what we deal with.
Right.
Because across America, I want to know how many altars are overflowing with people laying out and crying out to God. And yeah, that's not all you do, but that's sure enough the foundation of the beginning. Right. And so how do you have this conversation about change and not include prayer as the baseline or the foundation of affecting change? Right. Either you don't believe God or you don't care.
Right.
Ain't many options there. And so when are we going to get to a place? And I'm like, this is Brian talking. When are we going to get? And I'm saying, look, I pray, Father God, first of all, in the name of Jesus, I thank you even now. I thank you for everybody that's here listening. Lord, I thank you for just being the God that you are. I thank you for showing us that in the midst of all of this, Lord God, you're letting us know that it is in you that we live and move and have our being. Without you, nothing is possible, but all things are possible through you, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Lord, I speak blessings and insight into everybody under the sound of my voice, that they too will even create in them they will allow you to create in them a clean heart and fall on their face and call on the name of the Lord. You said they that call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. We're not just talking about salvation after we get out of here. We're talking about salvation here in the earthly realm.
Right.
Lord, we know that the evils of the world wax worse and worse. None of this is a surprise to people who read the Bible, Lord. Your word says that this is where the world is going to be. But in the midst of all of that, you said there's a position, a posture that the people of God are supposed to take. Lord, help us to be in the right posture so that we can show the world that God is yet alive, sitting on high and looking down low. In the name of Jesus, that's my prayer, that more people would align themselves with me and begin to pray. And I mean, pray effectually and fervently for a shifting. It's really, and then you go out and live a life that validates your prayer.
Right.
Because you can't go to the altar and pray and then go live a reckless life.
Right. Right.
If we had more people doing that, our villages would be stronger. Right?
True. Indeed.
I'll stop right there.
No, you good.
You good. The whole mood.
No, you good.
I was waiting on you to finish so I could say amen.
Amen. Right.
I wasn't sure if you were done. Yeah, amen.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Amen. I mean, like I said, I am a forever optimist. Like I said, if we're true believers, we can believe in change. I mean, we've watched, where we've come from a space where we couldn't even look white people in the face. We were in a space where look white people in the face. Like we had to hold the hell down, walk across the street, go behind, drink out of fountains that looked like they were decrepit while there was just a nice, delicious looking fountain right next to it. Like, we've gone from a mighty long way, So I'm a forever optimist to believe that change it's always possible. Society for us can get better, and it has, honestly. It's been rough. There's been some tragedy, but to me, it's better than where we were. Opportunities are better than what they were. We have more opportunities than we've had ever. So I believe change is definitely possible. I know it's disheartening when you hear certain things and you're like, oh man, I thought we were past this, like that. Because those are the moments you're like, are we really? Did she really just say that on the mic? It's like, and we just good with that, So but I'm always, like I said, I'm a forever optimist. I always feel that change can happen because we've seen so many changes. Certain changes that you may not totally agree with, but you just like, man, we had a whole feeling back here in the 90s, and now it's totally different now. The things that we used to disrespect, you can't say that no more. So there's been shifts, there's been changes. So I'm like I said, I'm always an optimist. There would never, I won't even say never, but asking for 100% is a lot. But to lower the numbers and things of that nature is great. I used to pretend I couldn't read and drink. Mama Coy said I used to pretend I couldn't read and drink from the white water fountain. Gotta do what you gotta do.
My mother. I love my mother.
I gotta be a sound right there. I'm just oh. All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for rocking and being with us. Listen, make sure you join our community. Text LW into 84576. Connect to our Discord community as well, where we can have a lot of these conversations. Because I want to dig deeper and I want to see what you guys feel, and because you comment a little bit, but I want to know. And I promise you, like, at least in our space, we accept all. We'll listen to all opinions and positionings and respond with respect, because that's the one thing I'm not going for any disrespect. You have an opinion. I know it's strong, but you can frame it in a respectful manner. You don't have to start off with this is the dumbest thing I ever saw. You don't have to start off with that. Say that in your head, and then just type it in respectfully. Who's stupid enough? You ever see those, like, why you got to be disrespectful? I just want to hear your opinion. It's all good. All right. So we appreciate you guys for being here, being a part of all that we do. Continue to stay connected. We have great things coming. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, Thursday. Week is going by fast, I know. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for always supporting. Again, condolences to the McCrory family. We are praying for you guys and staying focused. And praying for you guys that all will work out. Praying for your peace in this time. All right. So again, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Know that we love you. God love you more. Continue to stay safe and just do the right thing. You know what that is. Whatever that means to you. People say that, whatever that means to you, just do the right thing. You're watching now like, okay, fine, I'm not going to do it. Yes, just do the right thing. Take petty. Like, take petty. And we'll put it on the bus. Let it go.
Crazy's on the bus.
Crazy's on the bus. Just let it go. I know you watch now. I feel it in my shine. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody right now. Just don't do it. I know. They deserve it. You want to do it. Just don't do it. That's it. All right. That's it. Hope bless somebody life with that one. All right. Love you too. All right, guys. We'll see you in the AM. Peace out.